Lovers of the association, this is your guy Marcellus Ease, and man, we were in for a good one right here. The NBA landscape changes very fast, and we're seeing a lot of the young guns of the NBA rise up as some of the best defenses in the league squared off in the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets. And as I stated, the young guns are rising up pretty quick because not far behind them are the Orlando Magic, but both teams have a deadly combination of depth, size, versatility, and speed. But hey, I'm not gonna say no more. Let's just get to it.
Last night I was reading Rudy the story of Winnie the Pooh and the honey pot. You know what happened? He stuck his nose in the pot once too often, and he got stuck. Alcohol, right?
So starting off with the Oklahoma City Thunder defense, as we see right here, SGA hedges on this screen to help out Cason Wallace with Jalen Green, because we know he gets a runway, it's takeoff time. But right here, Oklahoma City Thunder, you're going to watch the defenders recover off this hedge. And right here with Dylan Brooks wide open, it's going to be a reoccurring theme throughout this matchup. For some reason that night, he got it going, and he was looking like his unusual self knocking down these threes. You know, in today's NBA, these two teams have a very unique makeup, which is they have a lot of players who give them flexibility by just being on their rookie scale contracts, but yet their output is way more than what they're getting paid. And this is a major tool going forward in the NBA, especially with these new CBA rules, locking in teams that kind of stack too many star players and have a bunch of high salary players on the roster. So the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets have a very unique build. Just having Amen Thompson, Isaiah Hartenstein, low-key, is going to be on a very good value deal with the salary cap going up every season. You also look at Jay Will, Alex Caruso, etc. And also with the Rockets, Tariq Eason. Every year that goes by with the cap going up, these guys are definitely going to be on some favorable deals going forward. Again, right here, we're going to see some more great rotational defense. Fake dribble handoff right here by Şengün. He threads the needle to Jalen Green. But look at Jalen Williams. He's right here serving as the low man. He's going to rotate, and the versatility of his size allows him to contest the shot. Again, we're going to take a look at some of these rotations off this hedge by Aaron Wiggins. Let's look at some of the recovery. It's right here on this closeout. Get SGA. He's right there on Eason. Great contest. And this is one of the benefits of a young team sticking together. They build up that chemistry and they have great help defense. So now, along with that speed, we're going to take a look at some of the scrappiness. Houston right here, setting a double screen. But OKC being so versatile, they're going to be able to switch. You're going to see Green right here. Now he's switched on to Lou Dort. No real advantage right here. And because Jalen Williams is quick to recover as the low man, it's going to force Jalen Green to think about it and take an additional step, which is going to be a travel. Also, check it out right here. Wallace is in position to defend this 2v1 right here. One of the very few times we see the refs actually call a travel. Off this miss right here, we're going to see more speed, size, and strength. Get Wallace with this little poke right here. And then check out Lou Dort also. Green is kind of off balance right now. This is all in transition. And it's out of bounds on Green. Great transition defense by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Again, right here, we're seeing more scrappiness. Now, off this hedge right here by Jay Will, him and Dort, they delay this pass getting off to Şengün by a few seconds. See right there? Now that delay is going to cause Şengün not to be as open as before. As Dort, oh my God, great recovery by Dort. Sheesh. This team is going to be an issue when Caruso gets back. Just the amount of depth that they have. Let's take a look at that one more time with this pick and roll with Lou Dort. Look at that. He gets in the way. Gets in Fred's way of just trying to thread this needle right here to Şengün. And then look at that recovery. And then the strip. Wow. Here's some more of that scrappiness in transition. A man one-on-one with Jay Will. Man, great defense. A man almost can't believe it. Again, Jay Will, just like Charles Barkley in a way, he plays bigger than his size. And you mix him in with Hartenstein in that lineup, along with Chet when he gets back, man, this is going to be a problem. Again, right here, Wallace at the point of attack. Coming off this screen. Look at Lou Dort's position. He got the eye on the ball, eye on his man also. And he's looking at Şengün rolling. Everybody kind of rotating a bit and helping out. Jalen Green uses that speed to get past. And look at SGA with the block right here. These guys, man, their speed, their size, their length, the way they kind of move as one unit, and also the history that they have with each other. This is going to be a major problem for teams. And the glue to all this is definitely going to be Isaiah Hartenstein. Just his mobility on the offensive end as well as defensive end. Just the verticality that he has on the recovery kind of pieces all this together. Now right here, Şengün acts like he's going to do a dribble handoff to Fred VanVleet coming off this flare screen. And just having a big that can play up here and then make his recovery and is able to contest guys. See, look at Hartenstein on this recovery right here. Again, Hartenstein showing that he's comfortable way out here defending these pick and rolls because he does have the versatility to get back and recover. Off this pick with Fred, look at the way he forces Şengün to change the shot. And we've seen this season, this is what the New York Knicks are really missing with their team. Their whole defensive identity has changed, and that's due to Isaiah Hartenstein not being there anymore. And Hartenstein providing the Oklahoma City Thunder something they really needed last year in the playoffs, especially going against the Mavs. Inside presence. As right there, he leaves Amen Thompson with that size and all that length with nowhere to go. And just looking back at that Mavs series, the Oklahoma City Thunder really had no answer for Lively in the inside. Same thing for Daniel Gafford. They were just getting killed. But now with the additions of Isaiah Hartenstein, it's going to alleviate a lot of those issues. Here's some more of Isaiah Hartenstein defending the pick and roll. Just keeping those hands up, keeping those hands active. As he's going to get the steal right here. And it leads to some easy transition points for the Thunder. So now going to the Houston Rockets, they're almost a younger brother version of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their guys are not as experienced, but they do have the same versatility with the size and speed and the defense. And in this matchup, they showed the same type of defensive tenacity as the Oklahoma City Thunder did. The only thing really that they're trying to gain is the experience of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And of course, that'll come with time and patience. Now, Houston, just like the Oklahoma City Thunder, they have great rotational defense. As right here, Jalen Williams is going to throw a ghost screen right here for SGA. He's going to roll right here. And now we're going to see Fred VanVleet, their weakest defender out of everybody, the smallest guy right here serving as the low man, put up a great contest on the rotation. Houston once again showing a great combination of size and speed. SGA with nowhere to go. Great closeout by Jalen Green. Great contest right here. And just they have nowhere to go. Shot clock violation. Tremendous defense by this young squad. Again, we're going to see some more of that rotational defense right here. SGA trying to get the switch one-on-one on Jalen Green. But Thompson, he blitzes right here. And now we're going to see the great combination of size and speed as guys going to make their recovery. And look at Jabari Smith Jr. right here on this closeout. Still gets up a great contest. Now, when you add some of the size coming off the bench into this unit with Amen, Tari Eason, when he comes off the bench, and even Steven Adams, you see when guys attack these closeouts, some of the issues that they have. You got Dylan Brooks right here in the lineup. It's just a lot of size on the court. SGA is going to travel right here as he tries to get this pass off, but he gets called for the travel. But there's a lot of scrappiness within this lineup, including guys coming off the bench. Again, right here, we see Jay Will attack this closeout. Probably on the weakest defender on the court, which is Shepherd. within his closeout, we have Şengün, who plays like a big. You got Amen right here. But look, he's going to try to make this pass to Lou Dort. But look, he has Tari Eason, who loves to get into the passing lanes. And same thing for Jabari Smith Jr., another 6'11 forward within this lineup. And look at the pass that Jay Will's forced to make right here. He completely overshoots it. But again, because look at the guys he has defending the wing right here. 6'11 and Tari Eason, oh, he can get the ball from anywhere. This guy's wingspan, the way he quickly closes out the passing lanes, it's been crazy this season. But again, look at the combination of guys who have nice length and size that are on the court right now. Here's some more action showing some of that Houston speed, as right here, Şengün hedges right on SGA. But check out the recovery as Eason right here, he's going to blitz. Just look at the recovery speed by Houston. Everyone's recovering. Eason right there, close out. And just another quick recovery on this closeout right here. But it's SGA, he can knock these down. But as you can see with Houston, they have a nice, great combination of size and speed. Again, looking at a different lineup with the Houston Rockets. This time, we got the Terror Twins, Tari Eason and Amen Thompson within this lineup. This is almost a pointless pick and roll right here. And right here, look at Lou Dort on Amen. Amen forces them to toss the ball up as the shot clock is winding down to Isaiah Hartenstein. You know it's bad when you're just settling for that kind of shot from IH. And it's crazy to see how in the league, just a little bit of luck going your way. With Ime Udoka getting into a situation that he did in Boston, thus opening up the opportunity to be the coach of the Houston Rockets. And them just getting a couple of draft picks to go their way. Landing on guys like Eason, Amen Thompson, Şengün evolving to the player that he is, and guys like Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks falling into their laps. So the NBA is very interesting when it comes to the landscape, but for Houston, things are kind of catapulting them into a whole other stratosphere within this rebuild. They're jumping up that ladder real fast, and the only thing that they're missing now is perhaps another shooter and some experience. Now, off that Isaiah Hartenstein miss, look at the defense by the Rockets. They are not playing right here. And we're going to keep it on the same possession because the Houston Rockets are all over this Oklahoma City Thunder at this very moment. Now, on the inbound right here, look at Jalen Williams and Eason fight for positioning. And I tell you what, off the last 3 attempts, the Houston Rockets is really making the Oklahoma City Thunder work for it. Now we see the Rockets implement one of their top weapons, Amen Thompson, on SGA. But look at Dylan Brooks. He's going to blitz right here and bother SGA. As we all know, he loves that pull-up. And this is the beautiful thing about the versatility on this Houston Rockets team. They could have easily had Tari Eason defend SGA as he's bringing the ball up and have Amen Thompson blitz just as they did with Dylan Brooks. Amen Thompson has a longer wingspan and he can get in the way of the passing lanes a lot better. And right here is a perfect example of Eason getting into the passing lanes. Look at Şengün. He hedges right here as Dylan Brooks tries to recover to SGA. But look at Eason right here. Pay attention to Eason. Gets right into the passing lane of Hartenstein as he rolls. Again, Houston has a lot of options that they can go with on the defensive end. So right here, we're going to see another problem that the Houston Rockets defense causes. And it's this exact scenario right here. I don't get tossing this pick and roll right here. There's no advantage. Right now, SGA is on Amen Thompson. And if he gets to switch, he's going to be right on Eason. Now, as we all know, SGA definitely does this thing. Perhaps could be MVP this season. But a better call would be Isaiah Joe to cancel this switch right here and call down Isaiah Joe on this switch so he can get Shepherd on him. But no real advantage right here. And he just settles for a long 3. Again, down there in H-Town, they don't call them the Terror Twins for nothing. Now, the Rockets defense this season has been so infectious that we're even going to see Jalen Green get on some of that action. Because right here, he comes up with a huge block. And I'm happy for Jalen Green this season, kind of making a little comeback showing that he could be a winning player, putting up numbers while the team is contributing on that W column. So now we're going to take a look at some of the Rockets' scrappiness. It's right here, Jay Will attacking the hoop. Sheesh. A lot of bodies are in there. Even Şengün got smacked up. Sheesh. Houston is really scrappy this season. Houston is trying to send that message. It ain't sweet in here so much that we're willing to hit our own guys. Houston's defense continues to stay scrappy. Jay Will coming off this pick and roll. Check out the help defense by Eason. Sheesh. Do it again. Just looking at the Rockets' scrappiness. Right here, Jay Will coming off this screen, going downhill. He's a big dude, but he's also going up against Şengün, who also plays a lot bigger than what his size really is. Two guys right here battling. Ooh, great block. Great adjustment by Şengün. Again, Şengün and Jay Will play a lot bigger than what their size is. Jay Will has more like a Carmelo Anthony power game, and Şengün almost looks like the same size as a Sabonis, but he plays more in a way like Hartenstein. He has great base in his legs that allows him to get great positioning down low, almost playing very similar to Kevin Love in the paint, just grabbing boards and just hitting you off with various post-up moves. And throughout this whole segment, how can I talk about Houston Rockets basketball without talking about Dillon Brooks? Look how he prevents SGA from getting the ball, just making him work extra hard to get something off. Brooks, in a way, was one of the guys that came through Houston after leaving Memphis and began to set a standard of what the Rockets defense could look like. Now right here, very crucial possession heading down in the fourth, 1 point game. Look at Dillon Brooks. Rockets are down 1. He stops Jay Will, and look at his recovery to SGA. Doesn't really fall for SGA's dance moves. Keeps up with him, and Houston gets the ball back. That's great defense by Brooks. So now we're headed down the stretch. Dillon Brooks once again at the point of attack. SGA tries to make something happen. Great closeout by Jalen Green, and great contest right here by Şengün. And it forces OKC right there into a shot clock violation. So Houston gets an important stop with the game tied and about 2 minutes left in the game. And tie game with about a minute left. As Dillon Brooks and SGA kind of get into it, things get a bit chippy. And yeah, look at both of them laughing. yeah, you already know how it is. Let's get to it. Two teams at the top of the West battling it out. Gotta respect it. The young guns are coming up. So with the Rockets up 2, with about 30 seconds left, it's pointless to get a switch right here from Jay Will because you got the Terror twins out. Men Thompson and Tari Eason. And right here, SGA finds a way to get a drive, but check out the double clutch. Tari Eason forces him to put up, and man, just rims out. And Houston gets away with this one, but just their versatile options on defense really comes out at the end as the Terror twins really come through and help Houston close this one out, alongside the old school vet Dillon Brooks defending the point of attack, going down the stretch. And both of these teams really battled it out. Much respect to them. The young guns of the NBA right here, putting the rest of the league on notice. And it's going to become very apparent for the rest of the season, especially if the Houston Rockets could remain in their top spot. OKC does have that expectation, but Houston, being a newcomer, could eventually make some noise out here in the West. But hey, both these teams show a new balance within the league. You see teams from the very top of the roster all the way to, I would say, the third guy coming off the bench being effective. These guys can not only defend multiple positions, but they could really have an effect on the game. And OKC Thunder and the Houston Rockets roster really reflect this. And it really reflects the expanding talent pool of the league coming in and teams being a lot deeper than they once was before. Adam Silver loves to call it the parity era. But it is what it is. It's great to see the young guns of the league shine. And until next time, you fellas stay safe. Peace.